Hola, bienvenidos a Android.es. Estamos aquí en la DroidCon y os voy a presentar a Chris de FriendCaster, un desarrollador que ha conseguido 2 millones de descargas con una aplicación muy interesante de Facebook para Honeycomb. Y bueno, vamos a hablar con él. So, hi Chris, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Could you please explain a little bit about the idea of FriendCaster and why the successful of the application?
FriendCaster was created basically because Facebook's app is rubbish.
Yeah, that's right.
So there was a couple of features which I wanted, which they didn't want to do. So I did it. Stuff like photo tagging and post tagging and stuff like that. It's just things I wanted that there was no app on the market that could do.
That's right. So how many downloads do you have of the application, if it's possible to say to the people?
How many what? Sorry, downloads.
Downloads. Yeah.
Downloads is about 2 million downloads. It's hard to sort of count because the market sort of stats aren't very good.
Okay.
But yeah, it's about 2 million.
I think the people from Spain didn't know the application. How many Spanish users do you have?
Spanish, in terms of language, Spanish users take about 100,000 roughly.
100,000. Well, no, not so much. It's really low.
Yeah, it's really low.
Chicos, descargaos la aplicación que merece la pena. Okay, so how do you start with Android? Why do you start with Android, not for iPhone? Because you remember 3 years ago, iPhone was awesome,
yeah,
and Android was a shit. The G1 was just the first one, and
yeah, I have a G1.
Yeah, I have it as well. So why do you start with Android?
I knew Java, and obviously Android is Java based, so it just made development easy. I did sort of Android as my final year at uni, so I did like a project on it, and so it just kind of led from there where I learned Android and wanted to do something else.
Well, so basically because you love Java.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a good point with Android. Android works and has a lot of developers because of Java stuff.
Yeah, it's just so easy to get into.
Yeah, that's right. So nowadays I'm feeling a little I don't know exactly the word, upset maybe with the fragments. I really don't pay much attention when Honeycomb comes out, but now with the ice cream sandwich I'm a little well, we have to now learn fragments. It's a must, talking about fragments. So how do you feel with this change? 2 years talking about activities and now fragments appear and all is completely different.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I think fragments should have been there at the start. They make your code more modular, more easily testable, and just nicer. Basically, they're just it's the way they should have done it. In that, when you have an activity, you put all your code in activity, and then if you think about the patterns of MVC and that kind of stuff, it doesn't quite fit. Android never quite fit that. Whereas fragments are moving more towards it, making your code better.
Okay. So do you think the fragments are positive in the future?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Cool. So this is your minute of glory. So tell the people whatever you want. Just maybe why they have to download your application.
You should get the application if you fancy. Well, the thing with Facebook at the moment is they're moving more towards HTML5 and that kind of stuff, and it doesn't quite fit, especially what they've done with the new timeline, and in that their ordering of news items just doesn't make any sense. So our app just sticks it to a standard, closest to the top, like furthest away in terms of time at the bottom. It just makes more sense in my opinion, and it's a native app, so it's actually fairly quick. Yeah. Whereas what Facebook have done is they've just wrapped the mobile web, and it's slow. It's horrible.
I really think Facebook is not invest too much in the mobile application in general.
No,
they are shit. Piece of shit. Well, the last update was better, but not enough, I think. Yeah. If we talk about Facebook, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So why do you think you were so successfully with this application?
I was the first sort of big Facebook app, so I was the first sort of third party on the market.
Okay.
So I was the first alternative to the Facebook app.
So the momentum was really important.
Yeah, okay. It was. So it started off as just notifications. And this was before the Facebook app had that. So we just did notifications, and then it just built from there into a fully fledged Facebook client.
Okay.
So, and you just got to keep listening to your users, because I mean it started off as just a notification app, which was very, very small, and users kept sending in feature requests and just keep your users happy.
Okay. So just to finish, what's your recommendation for the newies in Android or the advanced developers in Android as a successful Android developer?
So tips.
Yeah, tips like what do you recommend? When you are making a new app, focus on that, focus on this.
I'd say try and look at the open source projects already on GitHub and all that type of things, because most of the stuff that you want to create is already on there, created by someone else.
That's right.
So just try and find something that's well tested and good. I can recommend a couple of libraries. Droid Foo's really good. Action Bar Sherlock for all the fragment stuff makes it a lot easier to do both a phone and tablet app at the same time. And Green Droid as well. Green Droid is really good.
Yeah, Green Droid is awesome. Okay, so thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
I really enjoyed meeting you and see your application. And let's see how DroidCon ends. Okay. Bueno chicos, gracias por leernos, escucharnos y nos vemos en android.es. Adiós.